Luckily, Venus in Gemini is up for whatever because we have another configuration with Venus in Gemini with a new outer planet configuration that we're also still learning. So, as I mentioned earlier, we were talking about Venus's trine with Pluto right at the beginning of her ingress and how that's new for us. Pluto in Aquarius is new for us. Here we have Venus in a square with Saturn on April 14th. Saturn's now in Pisces. So this is the first time that we are working with Venus square Saturn from the mutable signs. So this is the first time in a long time anyway. So this is all brand new for us. So pay attention. What is this energy bringing up for us in our personal lives? So pay attention. That's our job right now, is to be observant. Luckily, Mercury in Taurus is helping us do that. So Venus's square to Saturn will often show up in our relationships, in our friendships, in our intimate relationships, in our working relationships. There is some sort of roadblock or tension or challenge that is going to be highlighted for us at this time. This is usually a time where we're able to have like a healthy check-in with one another about what's working and what's not working. This is a lot of times the time when you'll hear what is bothering your partner about something that you're doing, or the lifestyle that you're running, or your patterns, or whatever it may be. This may also be the time that you wave a grievance their way about something that they're doing that is bothering you. So yeah, this could be Saturn's in Pisces. Saturn's moody. Like maybe there's something about someone's emotional nature that becomes the subject of conversation, whether they're holding it back. Saturn in Pisces is like, can be the dam. Like, hey, I would love to know how you're feeling. Can you share that with me? Maybe that's part of the conversation. Or maybe it's too much, like maybe the person's being a wet blanket, always coming to you with their problems and trauma dumping and that sort of thing. These are extreme scenarios. I'm just putting that out there. So yeah, that might be a theme there. That might be part of that Saturn and Pisces tension. The other thing is that Venus in Gemini is lighthearted, breezy, and playful, and wants to make jokes. So that's part of the tension, where it might be like Venus is trying to make a joke about something, and Saturn in Pisces is like, no, that hurts my feelings. I'm feeling kind of tender about that. It's really not that funny. Or Venus in Gemini is saying, hey, Saturn, let's get out of the house. Like, you're kind of just like brooding in solitary confinement. Let's get out. Let's go find something to do. Let's mix it up. Or if you're me and my husband, it's like, hey, grandma, can you come babysit for us so we can get the heck out of this house, away from these kids? Just where I'm at this time in my life. I love them, but it's good to get away, right? If you're a parent, Yeah. Or let's see, what else could it be? Just Venus in Gemini is bored and says, hey, Saturn, like, kind of sick of the same old. Can we try something else out? And that might show up a lot at work, like that sort of tension of what's expected or what's in your job description versus like, I'm bored and I have these other ideas and I feel like you guys are missing out by me not sharing them. So there's some tension between the playful and like the emotional. There may be some tension between like what's new and what's fresh and what's time tested. It could also be tension between the intellect and the soulful. Like these are two different realms a lot of the time. There are places where they will intersect happily, but the facts of Gemini and the perspective of Gemini versus like what's felt Pisces. So there can be some tension there to be worked out as well. And sometimes these tensions are going on inside of us. And, that's like another theory about how astrology works too, is that, yeah, like we're we're experiencing it internally and it's getting projected out into our relationships and whatnot. So we may be experiencing this with another person. Venus is our mirror. I love Christopher Renstrom actually pointed out, that's where I heard it from, is that the Venus glyph looks like a hand mirror. So yeah, a lot of times with Venus, these tensions are being played out in our relationships. But sometimes it's going on inside of us. So in either case, wherever you're feeling the tension in the relationship, this is an opportunity to problem solve. Venus-Saturn tensions coming up around this time, it's an opportunity to say, can we work through this? What are some possible solutions? Is there a way that we could approach this issue in a constructive way? There are other times where Saturn will kind of say, yeah, this isn't working. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to be able to work around this. I don't know if we're a good team, but hopefully you'll be able to work through it. It's just that we don't have as much staying power now. Before, with Saturn and Aquarius, we were in fixed signs and there was a greater determination to work through the challenge. Now we're in mutable signs and we know that we have more options. So are we going to stay and persevere and work it out? That's up to y'all. So for right now, this is your astrology shot of the day of Venus square Saturn. And I hope it serves you and mixes the pot in a really good way. And I'll catch you next time. Bye. Thanks for tuning in with me today. For more astrology in your world, you can connect with me on all platforms at Astro Catherine. You can also book your reading with me at catherineurban.com. And hey, you may also want to join Cauldron, my monthly astrology meetup.